What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. As we dive into this issue, we're getting into Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. This is issue number 7 and the final issue in this series. It has all come down to this moment. Mechagodzilla, Batman's giant robotic titan versus the scroll crawlers and everything else. Godzilla currently trapped in the depth and Superman waking up. It's time for Superman to get his round 2. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so our story starts us off 10 minutes ago, because 10 minutes ago we had the return of Superman. Batman and Cyborg had used a boom tube to teleport him to the sun. This gave him the opportunity to recharge to his fullest extent, and then some. But Clark never giving the opportunity to tell Lois or ask Lois, "Will you marry me?" This is where he asks her, and of course, she says yes. Obviously, Superman inevitably going to make it to the battlefield. That is exactly where we pick up. Titans of all kinds, Mechagodzilla, and Kong fighting off the skull crawlers. This is an all-out brawl. Hal Jordan and some of the Lanterns still yet to fully join the fight. Not taking the death of Guy Gardner very well, they're struggling. But we have Jessica that wakes up Beast Boy, because if they're gonna do this fight with Titans, they're gonna need all the Titans on their side that they can get. And so with him changing into a giant gorilla, him and Kong fight side by side. While they battle, we pick up with Mechagodzilla and Batman's Titan. We see that Lex Luthor is getting the upper hand, so much so that Batman's Titan shuts down. The motor function goes down and the robot goes offline. Having the Flash and Cyborg on board, they're able to get this back into operation, but they need time, something that they are currently out of, because Mechagodzilla is about to blast them to smithereens. Now, 5 minutes ago at the Legion of Doom, we have Superman that is picking up Shazam, releasing Billy from his captivity, setting him free, letting him say those words, and we have the arrival of the Captain. For those that don't know, currently in the Shazam titles, he is going by the name of the Captain. And so with him saved, he comes in, moves as fast as he can, gets to Metropolis, and is able to stop Mechagodzilla before he takes out Batman. At this point, the Green Lanterns are back into the fight. A light construct mecha of their own. They go back to back with Batman as they prepare to face off against the skull crawlers. We pick up with Superman right now. He has gone down to the depths to have a conversation with Godzilla. Not sure if he's able to comprehend it, Superman tries again to talk to him. Superman knows what he needs to do, apologizing to him for what he's about to do. When Godzilla goes to attack, Superman dodges it. He counterattacks and puts Godzilla right on his butt. But Superman's not here for a rematch. He releases Godzilla and gets Godzilla mad enough to follow him, get him riled up enough to chase after Superman so that he can lead Godzilla to all the Titans. Back on the battlefield, we have Kong and we have Beast Boy, both of them holding as strong as they can, outnumbered and overwhelmed. Kong holds on to hope, and with that hope, Guy Gardner's ring finds its way to King Kong. That ring forming to his giant finger, he is granted the power, making a light construct of his battle axe. He uses this to strike down his foes. And when it comes to Mechagodzilla, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Wonder Girl, and Supergirl, they use their combined strength and they pull off the arms of Mechagodzilla. Batman coming in to finish the job off. We see him snap the back of Mechagodzilla. But with Batman too focused on this, a scroll crawler comes from behind and chomps him in half. Luckily, this is where we have the arrival of Superman and Godzilla. Being teleported into the fight, Godzilla immediately sees his enemies, stops targeting Superman, and targets them. Now, Superman and Godzilla working together to take down all of them, with Kong also helping the Justice League and all of our heroes. Their enemies are finished in a matter of moments. The Justice League rounds up the Legion. The Dreamstone, Superman had already found, because Toyman is dead, crushed by Godzilla's foot. Crushed as soon as he arrived. As soon as Godzilla arrived on this planet, Toyman was crushed and the Dreamstone was stuck in Godzilla's foot. With the Legion of Doom rounded up, Lex Luthor handled. They send Godzilla and Kong back home. They send them right where they belong. But they also mourn the loss of Guy Gardner. As our comic comes to an end, we have a picnic with Clark and Lois. Never getting the opportunity to go on vacation, but they do have time for a picnic in a park that maybe they can go after their wedding, maybe their honeymoon, and the two of them prepare for their journey into love. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun and entertaining issue. I'm honestly hoping that this becomes animated, because while the comic was very enjoyable, there's just so much that you really have to imagine yourself on how these battles unfold. Seeing the animated version of this, I think, would be absolutely phenomenal. That's not to say that it's bad in comic form. It just doesn't tell the full scope of what you could really see if it were animated. Some aspects it does feel a little bit rushed. But when you got that many powerhouses on the battlefield, you can assume that the battle is not gonna be any kind of length. Once Superman and Godzilla get there, that fight's done for. It's over with. Add in the fact that Kong has a freaking Green Lantern ring. There was never a chance in hell that they were going to win against them. But I'm curious for you guys, did this comic answer the question, can Godzilla beat Superman? Can Superman beat Godzilla? In some regards, we see that Godzilla has the capability to take down Superman. But in a one-on-one match, without any distractions, without Superman needing to save anybody, could Godzilla win, or is he simply too slow? We saw here in Underwater in this comic, Superman was easily able to dodge the blast and counter it, knocking Godzilla down underwater. Now, Godzilla was chained up, but would that really have that much of a factor on the outcome of the battle? I think if we're being honest with ourselves, Superman wins. But I don't think that this comic was any definitive answer on if he wins or not. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.